and welcome to Creative Focus, the show that illuminates some of Cleveland's most talented and creative artists across the genres of dance, film, music, theater, and visual arts. I'm your host, Cornell Calhoun III, and I am excited to be at the Asian Town Center, here to share a remarkable Cleveland story about bridging art, history, and community. The Silk Road Cultural Collective. They're in rehearsal. Let's take a look. Joining me is award-winning cultural leader, Mr. Johnny K. Wu. Johnny, welcome to Creative Focus.
Thank you for having me again, Kyle.
My pleasure. It was a spectacular rehearsal.
Thank you, thank you.
Talk a little bit about how this came about for you.
2 years ago, I bought my first armor suit, which is a silver one that was worn earlier. And I went to the Cleveland Asia Festival with it, and I realized everybody told me that this is a Japanese samurai. I said, no, this is not Japanese, this is Chinese. And they keep arguing with me. I'm like, no, this is old Chinese style. And then I had to explain. I got so tired of explaining. and then I bought this one, my second one, and then I bought another one. And then I said, maybe I should start something good here to educate everybody about the armor, the Chinese outfit, Hanfu, which is called the Han Dynasty outfit, the dress. So the general public will know what it's about and how understanding the differences between the Japanese, Chinese, Korean. So I reached out to Dan Hansen, and then he's like, great idea. And we thought maybe we should start a nonprofit with Ian Tang also. So we started a nonprofit, right the painting to getting the status, but we got almost done. And to be able to provide immersive opportunity for anybody who want to even wear them and try them out and learn about the culture directly by touching it. I mean, this is all replica real armor from the Tang Dynasty. This one I'm wearing. And it is about 25, 28 pounds heavy. So you don't see this all the time. You see it in a museum. You see it in display, in a window. You can't even touch it. Right now we're going to give everybody the opportunity so they can touch it, feel it, understand how this different is. They can potentially, if they're healthy enough, they will try to wear them also, have photo ops for that kind of stuff.
So why is that so important as opposed to touching it, feeling it, wearing it, and just seeing it or reading about it?
You can read in the book, but you don't understand how heavy it could be unless you actually feel it yourself. You can go to the museum watching it on a display, but you will not notice how important these are in our culture. So we let you touch, feel, and immerse in the culture, and we can teach you about the tendency, how people salute, how people greet each other, how you dress this up. I mean, you have to have another person to help you because you can't do it yourself. Unless you're very skinny, then you probably can do it yourself, but I cannot do it. I can't even reach my back anymore easily like I used to be. So it's something that you have to do. I mean, including this robe that I'm wearing inside. This robe is specially made for warriors, like in the Tang and Ming Dynasty. So Tang Dynasty is about 7th century time frame. The Ming Dynasty is the 14th century. So all the stuff you're not gonna learn in the museum easily. We can actually talk to each person or a group of person, tell them the story about it and tell them what it's doing. And this actual outfit itself called the Ming Guang armor because it's do really well when you go to the war back in China in that time frame,
right.
And the sun is lighting on it shines, so it becomes very bright, and then you can blind your enemy. That's why they call it Ming Guang.
Wow.
The style. See, all the stuff you wouldn't learn in a book or in the display. You can know that this is all metal. This is all handmade. There's over 1,000 pieces of this individually that they can put it together. Handmade everything. So this is actually a replica of the real armor.
So tell me how you felt when you first put it on.
The first time I got lucky. When I first got my first one, I decided to walk with 10 pounds on my leg for about 2 miles every day, just to get used to the feeling. But then we shot a short film called The Hunt, where I was actually wearing the whole silver armor. I couldn't stay more than 4 hours. I said I need to get out of that thing. It was so freaking heavy. So I couldn't handle it. But then I'll get used to it right now, because now I'm walking with 24 pounds weight on my body. So I feel a little more at ease. It's still heavy, but it's not as bad as before.
So when was the moment that you decided that this should be more as a nonprofit, as just an event to put on?
I want to do a nonprofit because I want to eventually be able to raise some funding and be able to pay all the performers so they have the time to there. And at the same time, give it a free opportunity for the public to really experience it. I want to be able to go to Lunar New Year celebrations, go to museums, go to a school, a K-12 school, go to high school, go to colleges, go to different places to tell them the history about this outfit or everything you see today, and educate them the different styles. But I don't want to charge them money, because I feel like when you start charging money, people say this is too expensive or they can't afford it. But if we can get grants to apply for the grants and get the money for it, we can do it for free, I will do it. So
what reaction from people will tell you that this is working or it's emotionally involved, like you want your vision for it?
You are the first, you're the second group of people that actually watch this. What do you think? Do you think this is, you learn this, did you learn something, or this is?
Sure, I learned that it's heavy.
It's heavy, yeah.
And I learned something about the culture. You know, I don't know a lot about Chinese or Japanese culture. And so just watching the interactions with the swords, I mean, that amazed me.
Yeah, so that you're learning a lot of different things, different style. And that's the whole, the goal. The goal is to go out there to be able to educate everybody about what we do and how this, the culture that built over 5,000 years history. And so we are respecting that, and we like to hope that everybody is respecting too.
How do you think a person feels emotionally when they grab the sword? Like we watched that demonstration before.
I think some people will feel very scared, because like the one that Austin was using, it's a Korean style technique. And that sword is very, very sharp. If you put your finger a little bit there, you can touch yourself. So we don't want people to touch that unless we know for a fact that they're keeping safety in their mind. And we have all the swords are all fake, all plastic or metal, but they're not sharp. So those we are okay for me to play with them. But we're going to supervise them, because we want to make sure that they understand this is not toy. They are real weapons that can hurt somebody.
How did the Cleveland Festival, and you've been over the Cleveland Asian Festival for years, how did that prepare you for this project, do you think?
I don't know. I treat them both differently. The Asian Festival is an event that I put together every year. This will be 17 years, and it will be on May 16, 17, and this coming 2020, this coming May, month of May. That is something that easy to do, because I mean I can do it in my sleep in a way. This is completely different challenges, because we just started it, and we want to reach out to people directly to them, which is not doing a festival. A festival, I tell people to come over, but this is to go toward the people.
And now I'm with one of the founders, Dan Hansen. Dan, what did you think of rehearsal?
I think it was a little cold, but it's warmer in here than outside. But it's really impressive when you see this, and when you actually get to touch some of these armor and clothing and all. It just gives you a whole another look than what you'd see online or TV or something.
And how did you get involved with Silk Road?
Well, you know, you and TV20 know better as well as anyone that Cleveland is home to about 118 distinct ethnic groups. So we've got all kinds of different groups, and that makes us a richer city, and we want to take advantage of it. So the Silk Road is a route from China, ended up into Europe. You all heard of Marco Polo and all that, you know. China was trading their silk and getting horses and metals and gold and all that. And for 1,000 years, they went for commercial outreach, but they ended up sharing culture and faith and food and all that. So we have there's about 50 countries. We have most of those countries represented here in Cleveland. So we thought it'd be a cool way to share this culture of those people by letting people see up close, try on, experience some of this culture. It started with China, of course, because that's where the Silk Road started. But it can expand into, as it goes west, to India and the Middle East and Europe and Africa and all. So Johnny Wu, who is one of the founders of Cleveland Asia Festival, had some of this armor and all, and we just saw how cool it was. And when people felt a 30-pound weight or a 10-pound hat or something, you can't see that from a picture or anything. So experience it. We thought, let's bring it out to the people and let them see and experience it.
So what's the plan for Silk Road?
Okay, so the Silk Road Cultural Collective is going to have various events where people can come and see the clothing, armor, culture, swords, martial arts, all of that of the Silk Road countries, starting with China, try on some of this stuff, experience the food and the culture, and as we expand out beyond China, we'll cover that whole area, the 50, it's all through Asia and then into Europe, Africa, the Mideast. Here they can, okay, this is, wow, I could touch this armor and I could see this sword and I can watch Austin chopping up the noodles and put on the hat and get a great photo op and all that. So,
and so how did the vision come about? Was it just you and Johnny?
It was mostly Johnny, and our third partner is Ying Pu, who's from Shanghai but lives in Cleveland now. She publishes here a Chinese journal, but because I'm interested in all the cultures because of ClevelandPeople.com, and Johnny is a founder of Cleveland Asia Festival and just being into all this stuff. And Ying, because she's from Shanghai, we put it together like that. And so it's got nonprofit status pending, and it's just starting.
So why is Cleveland so uniquely aligned with this project?
Well, I think part of it is geography, because the West Coast has a lot of Asian and various cultures, but they don't have a lot of the Europeans and African Americans that we have. There's very few cities that have that kind of number of diversity. We've got the Eastern Europeans who came, we had the African migration that came, we have Middle East now coming from, the hospitals and all, and we've had Asian for 100 years. Chinese came first, and then the Japanese and Koreans, Filipinos and all. So we're fortunate to have all of these groups here represented, and we think it's something we should be taking advantage of. It's always cool to learn about someone else's culture. You don't fear them then, for one thing, but you get the good food and the fun, and you feel this, and you see the similarities between the cultures too. So maybe, what you think a Hispanic person might see their empanada, a Polish person might see their pierogi, a Chinese person might see an egg roll, but they're pretty much, kind of the same thing. So we learn that stuff, but we celebrate all our cultural diversity, which very few cities have.
What impact do you hope that this will have on Clevelanders and the people who attend the event?
One of the things, it's like I always say with the St. Patrick's Day Parade, that's one of the few events where it's not just Irish. But if you go to maybe the Puerto Rican Day Parade or Polish Constitution Day Parade, it's mostly that community. So we want people of all backgrounds to experience Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, Vietnamese Tet, all of this cultural heritage that we have here in Cleveland, be exposed to it, take advantage of it, because it's a blessing that a lot of cities don't have.
And what do you think it means to have an event like this for our community?
You'll see things. There'll be some people be reminded of things from their past, and some people will be exposed for the first time. And a lot of the kids, kids will see things on their video games or something, and they'll see someone with a sword and flying through the air and chop, chop. When you see a live demonstration and the strength it takes and the precision and the respect that people will show, that showing their hands the right way and the bowing and the respect they show to the costume and all, I think they'll just learn to appreciate the various cultures, which in turn will appreciate their own culture more and maybe investigate that and learn and experience that.
Are you looking forward to this moment?
It's exciting. Like I always say, Cleveland is very blessed with this, and many cities don't have this. We have it. We're starting to take advantage of it, And it's something to encourage people to, don't think, oh, I'm not Chinese, I'm not Asian, why would I see this? No, that's the whole point. Come out, see it, touch it, put the hat on, hold a sword, take some photos, get your Instagram populated, and just have a blast.
I'm gonna ask Johnny to give me some of that armor to wear.
All right. Good talking to you.
Johnny, thanks for having us in today.
Thank you for having
But
us.
I want to ask you this,
Yeah.
this last question.
Wow.
What impact do you want this to have on the Cleveland audience? What will you be satisfied with?
My main impact is to showcase the different history of Chinese culture and the different culture from the Silk Road endeavor. This way, everybody knows that back then, believe it or not, everybody can live together happily. There's no division, there's no segregation. There was trading from Chinese to Korea to Vietnam to India to all the way to Europe to Rome. There's no problem. There was like a synergy of relationship building. And we even have the first empress in China, or the only one in China that's a female empress. During Tang Dynasty, men and women are equals, unlike now. So you see the difference?
Yeah.
And there's also the merchant are selling, we're selling silk to Persia, Persian buying, selling us with all the jewelry stuff. There's a lot of things happening and there's no issues, there's no war. That's the reason why there's maybe over 800 years of peace throughout the whole different dynasty, because everybody was loving each other, having a good time together. Not conquering each other.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
I can't wait to see it.
Come join us.
I will. Give me some armor.
If you can wear it, I'm okay with that.
Give me a small.
All right, we can figure that out. Thank you.
Okay. So that's it, Cleveland. From the Asian Town Center, I'm Cornell Calhoun III for TV20. We are Cleveland. And remember, a true artist is not only inspired, but inspires others. Until the next time, be well, be safe.